I really hope the first thing we put out on air today wasn't me just randomly slagging off a fucking company.
No, it was actually that sentence just then.
Excellent.
This is Acceptable Vices for August 14th, 2014. This week, crab people. Hey everyone, this is Victor Frost, and this is Acceptable Vices. This week, it's just me and Churba. We're taking a little bit of a crab people episode. As you notice, this week is not an episode of Friday Night Party Line. We're actually delaying it until next week because the topics we have are so good and the guests we have are so good. But none of them could be on the show this week due to collusion of fate and space-time. So it's me and Churbs tonight doing crab people things.
Due to some mutual friends bonding together in holy matrimony.
Indeed, it is a marriage, the best kind of something. You know, that's really the only line from that part of the movie I remember, except for Humperdinck going, man and wife.
I always remember Magic Max. Magic Max is pretty sick.
Yeah. I watched a video with Mindy. I never remember his actual name. Mandy Patinkin, saying that his favorite scene in that movie was when Inigo Montoya confronts the six-fingered man and says. And does that whole spiel of, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And he goes like, what do you want? What do you want? I want my father. No, wait. That's my favorite scene. His favorite scene was after all the stuff was, all the whole situation was over with. And Dread and, God, what's his face? Dread Pirate Roberts, can't remember the character's actual name, is saying that Inigo Montoya should be the Dread Pirate Roberts, and he says, well, what do you, now that you've gotten your revenge, what will you do now? He says, I don't know. I've been in the revenge business for so long, I don't know anything else. That was Mandy Patinkin's favorite line. That he doesn't. That revenge is just so toxic that you don't know anything else if you're stuck in it for too long.
I always remember his name because I kind of have a mental picture, which is how I remember a lot of things, by just thinking up dumb pictures. And it's from this girl I went to school with called Mandy, like on the helm of a battleship.
Potemkin. For the record, a quick Googling later, his name is Mandy Patinkin. Patinkin, yeah.
Well, that just fucks everything up, doesn't
it? Kinda. Mandel Bruce Mandy Patinkin.
I should change his name by deed poll. That's how that works, right? Just like a regular poll, you get enough people to agree with it.
Yeah, just by consensus. That's how it is. So, what
video? If that were the case, my name would be Dickhead.
If that was the case, you wouldn't have a problem using Churba on Quora.
Yeah, I still can't believe that they actually fucking bothered. Well, actually, I wish I could have fucking just used my usual pseudonym where it's just Churba instead of having to add a fake last name. That would have been nice, because that's what my brand is nowadays. Just that one word.
You couldn't split it up by making the first name Chur and the last name Ba?
I could claim to be Charles Erba. I've done that a few times.
Don't you get weird mail from some guy that's like addressed to some guy? You said it once during Friday Night Party Line. Kept getting weird mail.
No, I get a couple of different weird mails. Like a couple of times I've gotten mail from Argentina, like email and shit. And I often get emails from just completely random people who, for some reason, are doing things like signing up to hotel accounts. And I know that they're actively using this hotel. They're not using it under my name or anything like that. They've probably just put in their email and it's close enough to my email that they made a typo or some shit. So Charles, who regularly visits Swiss core hotels, you might want to fix that, bro.
So how's the rocket ball going?
Rocket League
That's
is
the one.
fucking perfect. And if you don't play Rocket League, you are fucking wrong.
It looks really fun, but I don't know. Spending $20 on a game when I have so much Grand Theft Auto to play, I don't know.
Oh, but no, it is an investment. I thought that game would like just grow stale after a week because there's so little to it. Fuck no.
I'm watching the trailer a bit right now, and there's like a hot rod, like a hot rod putting around the the grass. Looks like soccer with just remote control cars. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, remote control cars that can fucking just jump in the air and fucking shoot around like rockets on rocket boosters and fucking destroy each other by smashing into each other.
Can we just like make that?
It's fucking chaos, man. It's brilliant. Like everything in the game is just 11 all the time. It's fucking. They turned it up to 11 and then they fucking pulled a what's his name Bobbit and snapped the knob off.
I have a feeling that between the two of us, we could successfully make remote control cars that could do all of this.
I think probably, yeah. That'd be pretty cool. What if they were remote control full-size cars?
I think you'd have a hard time getting enough rocket fuel to do that. But little cars, they have such little mass. You could do that and it wouldn't be expensive.
Yeah, you could.
Little bottles of you can make it like, I mean, it doesn't have to be little ones. You could make it like maybe like 1/10 scale instead of like 1/24 or 1/16 scale. Get like 1/10 scale RC cars and get like shove like a big ass bottle of like propane or something in there as the rocket fuel.
Like, yeah, I suppose you could just have a fucking either resin cast carbon fiber or fiber reinforced plastic chassis and then just mount everything to that with a fiberglass shell.
Yeah,
or just
that way if it breaks, it's not a big deal. Yeah.
Because that way you can have it light enough that instead of trying to use fucking a booster or something to get your jumps, you can pull some speed racer nonsense and just have little fucking shooty-outy things that smack the ground and throw it in the air.
Shoot, I never saw that movie. Everybody said it was so terrible. I've never seen it.
Neither have I. I meant the cartoon.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that either.
When I was a kid, it was great.
See, I was always more of a Scooby-Doo kind of guy, which just makes the new Scooby-Doo crap so much more painful.
The new Scooby-Doo cartoon, pretty fucking good. It's pretty true to. Oh, I'll just choke on my tea a bit. It's pretty true to form.
But really, because there was like talking birds. There was like talking bird, a legit talking bird. The last time I watched the Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Scooby-Doo and that mob solved a mystery with the fucking Harlem Globetrotters.
No. I mean, yeah, they solved the mystery with the Harlem Globetrotters, but the whole thing about Scooby-Doo is, look, no matter what, there's a rational and logical explanation. It doesn't matter how messed up things look.
There's birds that talk.
No! I mean, Scooby-Doo is the only animal that talked in the old Scooby-Doo series.
I don't know. It's really, I suppose, comes down to where you fall on the line between there is only one animal that talks and we're not going to give an explanation to it, and just the assumption that because one animal can talk, obviously there must be more than one talking animal.
No, I mean, there's always that suspension of disbelief when it comes to those older cartoons. Just that little thing, like, oh, cool, he's got like a little he's got a snarky parrot sidekick, or oh, look, that dog can talk, that sort of thing. Like in the old Inspector Gadget cartoons, you saw Mad Cat, and Mad Cat was like could legitimately emote, and it was pissed off about shit. And you had Brain, and those were two animals that could emote in that show, and that was it. And I figured it was always like the same thing with like Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo and like Scrappy, abomination unto man that he was, were the only two animals that could emote, and that were it.
Well, clearly your theory was mistaken.
It's just the movies just threw everything out.
Oh, the movies were garbage.
The movies were garbage, and so were the cartoon movies that were made that started being made in like the 2000s, where they're like, oh yeah, we're going to Louisiana, and oh yeah, there's some strange goings on, and oh look, legitimately a gypsy who can do voodoo. Like, we're not even joking. There's no clever scientific explanation. It's not a trick. It's legitimately voodoo. And oh look, witches. And oh look, Scooby and Shaggy are going to go into basically hell.
Okay, I looked it up. There's like motherfucking 40 or so Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah, man. And all of them are like, yeah, look, magic is real. Because we didn't spend the entire previous legacy of the show basically saying the exact opposite. And that's what I'm saying. New Scooby-Doo is bullshit.
There we go. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated is the one that I think is pretty good.
It's the one where all of them are really pissed off at each other, right?
I think so.
where they basically come together, the band comes together basically kicking and screaming.
Oh yeah, no, that is the one, because they actually give them like origin stories and shit.
Yeah, which is great. It's refreshing, and I'm glad that they do that. But I do have to question. Oh look, there's a talk, because I saw like 1 or 2 episodes of that, and there's like a talking bird in there that's like really intelligent, and I don't know why. So, I'll give it another shot.
God damn it. Oh, also, as a weird, interesting note that I only just found out, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated also stars Tia Carrere from Wayne's World. Really? And nothing else you've ever heard of.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, actually, no. She was Nani in Lilo and Stitch, and she was apparently in Duck Dodgers in the 25th century. If
I got to find the sync point for this podcast, because as a rare turn of events, me and Chirba are actually recording each other's audio separately. I'm gonna line it up so we have that just Duck Dodgers thing synchronized, and let everything else just fall where it is.
Oh, I think I just found my new ringtone. Hey, you've been playing anything on mobile, or do you not go into that sort of shit?
I have been. Apart from, and I'm not counting the 3DS as mobile, but I've been playing.
No. Sorry. Mobile here has a slightly different connotation, because when I say mobile games, I don't mean walk around. I mean mobile phone.
Yeah. I know, but there's a lot of people that don't see that distinction. So I'm just
that's because they're Americans. Americans are a bit shit sometimes.
Yeah, a bit shit. Yeah, but I've been playing Line Rider Plus.
Cell phones and fucking invading countries.
Well, because they are cell phones, because they operate on the cellular network.
Yeah, they're also pretty fucking mobile.
This is true, but I think maybe calling them mobile phones would have worked better in the age where we had car phones, but even car phones were cell phones. But anyways, yeah, I've been playing Draw Rider, and it's basically Line Rider, but you have control over how you don't have control over the course. You have control over how you maneuver it. And you start off with this like a BMX type bicycle thing, and you have basically 2 controls: pedal forward, brake, lean back, lean forward, and it's pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
And they even have a
Cool.
quite sensible setting that you can invert the colors, because normally it's white on black, but you can make it so it's black. So you can make normally it's black on a white background. It's a very simple art style, but you can invert it so it's you're playing white using white on a black background, like this. So it's that's a good way to make it use less battery. I've also been playing Andro Minion, which is Dominion basically on Android. So it's fun. All right. What about you? Cell phone games?
I'm just going to quickly look because I keep them all on the same page. There was a dumb idle game called Idle Oil Tycoon, which I just finished, which I felt stupidly accomplished.
Idle? Are you talking like idle as in I'm not doing anything, or idle as in like pop?
Not idle as in like da 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 da. Fucking, you can make a dubstep track now.
Oh, I am so sampling that little ditty you just hummed, because it sounded a lot like that the song from Lucky Star. Or was it
I was actually thinking of the Nichijou theme tune.
Nichijou, yeah.
Which I've been watching clips of recently, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch that.
You really should watch that.
Because it's just hilarious.
It's Azumanga Daioh.
Why are you making money gestures at me?
Money gestures, like it's the the like yes, it's very, very, very something. I don't know what the hell that gesture is supposed to be, but it's like it's like this gesture. Yes, excellent. That's what it is. It's like yes.
But yes,
like
no, I've been playing
purist.
a couple of different things. I've been playing. Well, no. Anyway, when I say idle games, I mean idle as in not doing anything with the game itself. You just
Idle
set
as
it
in
to
like
go.
cookie clicker.
Yeah. I've been playing a bit of that. Just finished it recently, so I'll probably delete that and never look at it again. Stormworm, which I actually picked up last PAX, and it is kind of like Snake in 3D on a sphere instead of a flat field.
Uh-huh.
It is surprisingly fun.
I just realized something. I have this tablet on my table. This is not my tablet. I walked off. I walked off with my mother's tablet, which is exactly the same. There's two variants of this tablet. There's the white backing and the black backing, and I have the white one as well. Because we have so many.
Robber.
Yeah, that's basically it. We have so many we basically have a lot of Samsung devices. Like our phones are Samsung, tablets are Samsung, and I have a Samsung camera. So I got the camera first, and I got the brown fake leather on the Samsung camera, and we got the phones next. And you always want to get a black phone because dust and dirt is less visible. So I got that. I'm like, all right, well, Samsung only makes things in 3 colors, black, white, and brown. So I'll get the white tablet. So I have the whole color set for Samsung devices now.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Give me a second. I just need to... Oh. I will be finding something while I'm doing this. So now watch me do 2 things at once. I've also been playing a couple of companion games, like the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag companion app, because it's basically just sending out ships on trade missions and a bit of a management sim.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes of Dragon Age is surprisingly fun.
Now that ties in, I'm assuming, with Dragon Age.
Yeah, except it's not actually a proper companion game. It's just the same universe. You don't get anything from it, especially. But it's like a CCG, except the G is tiny collectible. Wait, no, the C is one of them is a tiny collectible statues of things, and you just fight other teams of collectible statues. And I just downloaded Fallout Shelter, so My Crossy Road game is surprisingly weak, despite that I play that during all of the Grand Theft Auto load screens.
You know, okay, you want to talk about companion games? Let's talk about Grand Theft Auto and how their companion app kind of sucks. Okay?
Oh, it fucking kind of sucks. It sucks big hairy donkey dicks.
Yeah. It's basically half of it is links to web pages to take you to a web browser. And that's stupid. And the bits that aren't, the dog thing, the playing with the dog, whatever, that's stupid. And the car thing, the customizing your car, that's stupid too. Because you know what? I can't get this, no matter how many times I change it, I can't get no fucking custom license plates.
What?
Yeah, the one thing about it that's supposed to work, it doesn't work. You know what would be great? Here's what would be great. Here's like the perfect Grand Theft Auto 5 companion app. 1, the radio from the game on your phone. So even while you're driving in real life, you could have your radio. You can have your Grand Theft Auto 5 radio stations on your phone. That would be number 1 on its own. That would be a killer app. 2, customizing your car that actually works.
Oh, okay? Yeah, that fucking Los Santos Customs part of the app is so half-baked. I'd rather they just didn't do it rather than do it that badly.
3,
I will note all of my license plates say Cherba on them.
Right. 3, being able to set GPS waypoints and get turn by turn using your phone. You want to talk a second screen experience? That would be bad ass. Get it like right there with turn by turn nav. Just have it propped up here like this. Like have it propped up on your keyboard just like that, and you get your turn by turn. Or hey, how about this? You can use your phone for a semi-private communications through your gaming session or with friends. You imagine if instead of having to pull up the menu on your pull up the virtual phone in the game, you could just use this to send text messages in game to your friends or your heist members or whatever. Just so beep, tap 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 tap, done. That is how you do a second screen experience.
You want to talk a second screen experience, a good one. You will have no ability to, but you should check out the Battle Log app for Battlefield 3 and 4. Particularly 4.
What's that do?
Okay. The Battle Log app contains a couple of different functions within Battlefield, other than annoying me by having the fucking hardline icon for a Battlefield 4 version. It gives you your little news feed and things like that, lets you look at all your stats, so on and so forth. When you're not in the game, look at what battle packs you've opened. But when you're actually in the game and playing, it gives you the ability to see a live updated map with your position, spotted enemy positions, all that sort of business. Like right there on the thing, it allows you to change your soldier loadouts right there on your phone, like while you're fucking playing without having to go into a menu or anything else like that. And most importantly, it gives you the ability to play the fucking game. Because there is a thing called Commander Mode, and if you have a large phone, or if you have a too large phone and a tablet, you can play Commander Mode and interact directly with people playing on their PCs and PS4s and so on and so forth.
Oh no, I have a phablet.
Yeah.
The Note 4, it's nice.
Yeah, and like you can drop them ammo, do scans, give orders, things like that. Basically playing an RTS over the top of other people's FPS experience.
That sounds amazing.
And it's well integrated enough into the game that basically if you have 2 teams with commanders, that's good times. If you have one team with a commander and the other doesn't, provided that commander is not pants on head retarded, that team's going to win the game.
Okay. Can I just, I'm on a completely different subject. I'm poking around in the YouTube dashboard. I'm in the live control room for this stream, and Google is complaining that the current frame rate is too high. Well,
Google can shove it up their ass.
No kidding. But apparently the audio bitrate is too low. It's we're going at 91 kilobits per second. And it says we recommend use an audio stream of 128 kilobits per second. Well, Google, if you're so finicky, why don't you adjust the Google Hangouts to do that instead of whatever the fuck it's doing right now?
Yeah, because I'm running maximum bandwidth for Hangouts. I know
I'm
Victor
doing
is.
it too. I'm not doing anything in the background. There's literally no interneting happening apart from this.
We can definitely handle a 128-bit kilobit audio stream.
Oh my god, Sherba!
But
As I say that, and I think Google is listening because it said my whole connection went dead, and it said Hangout was ended because the connection was lost.
oh shit.
We are so sorry, Google. Praise unto thee. Wow. That was either on purpose on Google's part or a incredibly well-timed fluke.
I think it's probably an incredibly well-timed fluke.
Oh, I know. But wow, the timing
Also,
was awesome.
Just as a random thing, like fucking Google Glass, right?
Yeah.
You've seen physically how Google Glass is made, designed, whatever, right?
Yeah.
How in the bloody fuck do the engineers who built such a device not manage to figure out the advanced technology behind a fucking hinge?
You know what it is? I can probably tell you what it is. You know how thick it is, right, on the corner, right? It's not super thin.
Oh no, that's the thing. Like, you know how you've got the fucking headphones. You know how you've got basically the body along the side and a little piece of glass that sticks up like that.
Yeah.
You know what you do? And then, like, running on the inside, you've got the titanium headband thing. You know what you do?
Yeah.
You put a hinge right here in the corner. You just put it so the swell of the hinge is on the outside.
But
and just notch out the plastic where it comes up to the glass slightly.
But
Ta-da!
I'm suspecting that the wires that go from one side of the glass to the other side of the glass need to be either thick enough for whatever reason, or I don't know, maybe they need to be a certain thickness, and they don't want the mechanical bending of the hinge to create a weak point in the wires.
The glass, like, it is annoying to describe parts of this fucking device, but the little unit on the side that, say, if you wanted to mount it onto a pair of glasses, you would take off of the titanium band, that thing doesn't need to bend, because then you're only slightly thicker than a regular pair of glasses once it's folded flat.
Ah.
Like, I'm not saying make the electronics unit bend. You can just put a hinge in the titanium band, and then the titanium band can just fold flat. Fucking done. Fucking hire me, Google. I'm obviously better at your shit than you are. Jesus Christ.
Well, we know a couple of people that work for Google. Maybe we should try to pass it along the chain.
Actually, I should say, like, having worked a little bit in manufacturing, I've more than once encountered a situation, I should say, where you get something back from the engineering department, and the engineering department, they've done an admirable job. They've fucking solved every problem that was asked of them. They've made a beautiful piece of design, and then it's actually
technically impossible to build.
It's technically impossible to build. Like, I'm talking all sorts of weird shit I've seen. I've seen things like bolts that can only be fastened when the unit's closed, and when the unit's closed, there's no access to the bolts on the inside.
So you need some sort of wireless bolt driver.
You need a fucking bolt driver that phases through walls like Kitty Pryde.
That is a big complaint that I hear from that I've heard civil engineers get complaining about architects, for example. And architects designing impossible building. Yeah, let's have this building let's have this 30,000 ton structure levitating practically off the side of a building. Oh, yes, and we don't want to disturb the line with any cantilevered supports.
And, like, apparently the opinion of this is we did our job. Solving the problem of how to build it is manufacturing's issue. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Design a product that can be built, you cocksnort. Jesus. But in fairness, I've also, on more than one occasion, seen builders who will cut out holes in the floor with basically by drilling out holes in the floor to create kind of a scalloped hole. And it was on the plans, like in exactly that position. They've done an admirable job. The only thing is that little kind of scalloped cloud is called a revision cloud, and it's there so that you don't do that. It's basically saying ignore everything here.
That is a failure of being. That is a failure of understanding of diagrams. That's why you need keys.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. But no, also I do have some Friday Night Party Line news stuff.
Okay, well, go ahead. Go forth and speak.
That I mentioned on Facebook to Ro. Hello.
I forgot we have a Facebook.
I mentioned it on our Facebook. I mentioned it on my Facebook.
Well, your
technically on Ro's Facebook, but as me, not as the show.
Right.
But we actually got an email during the week.
We got an email? Holy crap.
And it was requesting we cover a specific topic.
Okay.
Which was the interruption of the Bernie Sanders rally by the Black Lives Matter people. And the tone in the email was pretty clear that they wanted us to condemn the Black Lives Matter people for doing this. Yeah, no. The reason I hadn't told you until this point was simply because I already handled that issue by quite sternly telling them to fuck right off in no uncertain terms. We're not a fucking proxy soapbox. If we're going to cover something, we'll do it on our terms because we want to do it and because it's our opinions. We're not here to tell you what you want to hear because you want to hear it from someone with a fucking microphone and a Google Hangout.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, first of all, if the only people that you think are going to, be your soapbox is a bunch of guys on a Google Hangout, yeah, maybe you need to reconsider where you're sending your stuff. Second of all, if you listen to the show, we are strongly opinionated people and we only opinion our opinions.
And also another podcaster who I'm not sure it would be kosher to mention, so I will just leave it at another podcaster for now, who is much more famous than we are,
fair
had the
dues.
Same issue. And he pointed out that this is how protest works. And, you probably shouldn't scold somebody for exercising political speech when it is literally a matter of life and death to these people.
Yeah.
Slight paraphrasing there, but the intent is the same. Sorry, I had a piece of steak stuck in my teeth there for a moment.
Well, look at you.
Breakfast steak it is.
Steak. I had Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I'm feeling quite nutritionally balanced.
Oh man, no, my standard breakfast is just to eat a half a kilo of yogurt. I've been doing that since every morning, almost without fail, since 2007.
How's that working out?
It's delicious.
You put do you put granola in there as well?
Well, not usually, sometimes. But I just yogurt.
Yeah,
it's good.
Because
half a kilo worth.
I'll be honest, my diet is not the best, but and
Yogurt's got what a growing body needs. Even though the only way I'm growing is fucking outward. Actually, no, it's not. I am fucking wiry as shit, man.
You are a fit dude.
Oh no, that's the thing. I am not fit. I abuse my body so badly, and I definitely do not get enough exercise. Rim is a fit dude. I am a schlub. I'm just a thin schlub.
you know, Rim is amazingly fit. Like at Kineticon, seeing that man in motion, he doesn't run so much as I want to say prances, but when he's moving at a clip, he's not running. He's got like a bounce to him that is not like the bounce that people have when they're running. He kind of like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick with prances, but not in a bad way. He's very elfy, is what he is. He's very elfish. Tell me you don't know what I'm talking about.
I do. It's just that there was a slight mental fight there as two opposing factions went to war. Whether I should agree and note that he moves kind of like a dancer, or
that's it. Like, yeah.
Or whether I should say that he moves like a dragon, which is the most in jokes.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that in joke to me once we go off air. But yeah, he moves like a ballerina on the wind. That's
actually,
how he moves.
If you want a comparison when you're at PAXOS, try and make a circuit so that you catch him and me in the morning at PAXOS, because I will be there probably in front of my theater, just like eating a donut and looking like I've been dragged out of a dumpster.
Because neither one of us are morning people.
And he'll be there like fresh as a daisy, just like, yeah, man, I ran like 5 fucking miles.
That is so annoying.
Thought I'd take a light jog.
Nothing annoys me more than healthy people.
No, it doesn't annoy me, though.
Healthy morning people are like one of the most annoying things in the world to me because, I see. You've had your morning jog. You're up at the fucking crack of dawn. Great. Fantastic. Happy for you.
I used to be pretty fit when I surfed all the time, though.
Why aren't you venturing out on old Huey?
No, that's not how you use that term.
I don't know. Fucking, I've only seen you use it like twice.
Huey is God. So when there's good waves, you go, thanks, Huey. The ocean is not Huey.
The ocean is not Huey. The ocean is the ocean where your prime minister got lost.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out how we can possibly repeat the trick.
A rope and a jet ski will do it.
We've done it once, we can do it again. The problem is his fucking flappy jug ears act like fucking wings. He's like a shit penguin.
He'll be like hydroplaning across the surface with the ears.
That'd be amazing. He's like a hydrofoil, just ears down in the surf. That's how he fucking gets on in all those Iron Man competitions and shit.
Oh my God.
Ears down, coming through the water like a friggin' hydrofoil.
The worry is that you'll get him out into the ocean, but he'll just come back. He'll walk right out like the Stig.
Actually, I must say, the most human, normal person moment I've ever seen out of him was right after he'd done this big, like, Iron Man race, and he's standing there on the beach after getting out after this multi-kilometer swim, and he's just like, yeah, just chattering away like a normal person. I'm like, why does exercise make you into a human being?
Instead of that time when he bit straight into an onion.
Oh, that's not the only one. It turns out he was back in 2011. He was taking a tour of, I believe it was some sort of farm up in Queensland. I can't remember exactly where. And like they handed him a spring onion, like fucking big long ones that are nice and thick. And he's, and he's taken a look at it and he's examined it. I'm immediately just going, he's not going to do what I think he is he?
He's going to do it.
The next second, it just, fucking big old bite out of the end of the fucking thing. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Oh my God. He's not human. He's not. He's like some he's like a reptile. He if somebody were to make the case, all those conspiracy theorists, if they were to make the case for our world leaders being replaced by reptile people in human skin suits, if they brought up Tony Abbott as their first example, I'd say, tell me more.
Here's something interesting. For a period of time, I used to write for a small conspiracy magazine as like their kind of token skeptic and guy who looks at things from another perspective.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things I discovered in my tenure there was practically all modern lizard people conspiracy theories can be traced back to exactly one person.
Okay.
David Icke, from his book that he released in 1999 about the lizard people.
Huh. So you think that book catalyzed a latent lizard people idea in the conspiracy people zeitgeist or something?
Well, he was already getting to be kind of popular because he was already famous. I think he was a footballer? Yeah, he was a pro footballer. When I say pro footballer, I mean he was a professional soccer player. For some reason, when I talk about the players, I say football players. When I talk about the game, I say soccer. And I will never figure out why that is.
Well, I think people who have who listen to this show are accustomed to the idea of what everybody else in the world calls football being called football.
Oh, there it is. The book was called David Icke, The Reptilian Agenda with Zulu Sunasi.
Isn't Zulu the Scientology thing too?
No, that's Xenu.
Xenu, right.
Yeah.
So why do all of these alien creatures' names start with Z?
I don't know. Seems exotic, I suppose, because to English-speaking Western folk like us, you don't see many names that start with Z.
I think it'd be better if they all started with X, because at least X doesn't make the sound you think it does.
I'm
like
pretty sure
xylophone.
Xenu does start with X.
Fuck it. Go on.
Da, 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 da. Yeah. I am not
a clever man.
I also found out that there is no less than 260 distinct JFK conspiracy theories, with no less than 81 named shooters, not including Oswald.
Not including Oswald. So he's just so obviously not part of it.
Oh no, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that include him, but everybody already knows he was the shooter. Or everybody who isn't a crazy person knows that he was the shooter.
They're not discounting him simply because he's clearly the scapegoat taking to fall for the real shooter.
One of these days, I will drown you.
For anybody listening who may be just the slightest bit confused, I was being entirely sarcastic and mocking anybody who believes that, because it's fucking ridiculous.
Actually, I think the weirdest part of that whole conspiracy theory thing is a point that comes up quite often where they're like, oh, he couldn't have possibly made that shot because he almost failed the Marine marksmanship exam. Just like, are you high? That was like 81 meters. That was you could make that shot fucking trivially. That's like point and click distance, basically.
Oh, hey, speaking of point and click on rifles, that's Smart Rifle.
Well, it's a smart scope, not a smart rifle.
Scope. But
the
doesn't
rifle
it
is still dumb as a post.
Right, but the smart scope keeps the rifle from firing until you're actually going to hit the thing.
Personally, I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, because if the scope isn't working, it's not going to allow the rifle to work.
Exactly, like
which is mildly comforting, because stupid people forget to change batteries on things.
This is also true, but the thing is that, well, while this is not true of everyone, obviously, I can already shoot out to a pretty fair distance, like over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, most people can't do
I
that.
I don't need a scope. I don't need a magic scope to help me fucking shoot out to that distance. And on top of that, I don't want something messing with how I shoot.
Right.
Like, I don't want something else making that decision for me.
Because at that point, who actually took the shot?
You did. Your finger is on the trigger. It's just that something else was preventing you from actually firing the shot until that point.
Yeah, but can you see the possibility of a defense coming out of that? Oh, what if somebody hacked the scope or whatever?
I can see the possibility of a defense being dismissed. That is not the proper word for it, but you know what I mean.
No,
a defense failing.
No, I think dismissed works.
Also, fucking, you have Samsung phones. I also have a Samsung watch. And while I've mocked smartwatches before, I kind of like this one because it does not try and be all things to all people like the Apple Watch and those big fucking things like mounting a dinner plate on your arm out of Samsung and all that shit.
Does that run the Google Wear stuff or Samsung's own thing?
This is a Gear Fit, so it does use the Gear API, which is what they have for all of the watches.
Yeah.
But mostly it's just very simple. It's primarily a watch. It's small enough, like not really bigger than a traditional watch, except in thickness, it's slightly thicker. And it's got the features it's got. There are some very simple apps you can install on it that are just things like get the directions from your phone on your watch, or answer a call by pressing a button, or reject calls by doing this. And it doesn't do anything else. That's it. It's
you can control your music player with it though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think navigation, I think showing navigation stuff, answering, rejecting calls, text message, and changing music is, I think, the bulk of the functionality I think I'd ever get out of a smartwatch.
Yeah, exactly. It does what it needs to do. It does it well, and it doesn't try and spread itself thin doing everything else as well.
But the problem with the Samsung Gear platform is that if you ever don't have a Samsung phone, it becomes useless. Not that I foresee myself not having a Samsung phone.
It's not that way, in fact. The thing is that... No. Any phone running Android, it will work with.
I thought they were pretty
the only one it doesn't work with is iPhone.
I thought they were...
the Apple Watch. Apple Watch doesn't work with anything else.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure, like, when the Samsung Gear stuff first started coming out, it was limited to Samsung stuff.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure this is second or third generation, and I know it definitely works with other Android phones that aren't Samsung.
Samsung Gear Fit.
All you need to do is download a thing called Gear Fit Manager to your phone.
Okay. You see, I like that it has because I'm looking at what you got right now. I like that it has integration with S Health, because I really like S Health.
Actually, there is one thing about that I kind of don't like.
Oh?
In that it works with S Health, and it kind of half works with Google Fit, only the pedometer, nothing else. Not a fucking thing.
Yeah, that's true. Because
since it was one of the early wearables and not many people bought it, most programs that do things that work with features of the watch, like heart rate and movement tracking and pedometer and things like that, don't integrate with it at all.
Yep.
Because nobody has one, so they don't bother.
Yep. I really like the heart rate monitor on my Note 4, and it's got, and you can use the same sensor for measuring the blood oxygen level and stuff.
Oh yeah, I got that one too.
That's really cool. Let me take my BPM actually right now just to see. And actually, there was an update recently that actually shows the EKG on it, and it pulses with each pulse.
This is thrilling radio. As we both take our pulse.
I'm at 95 BPM because it's hot in here.
Knobs, 84. We are both tragically unfit, aren't we?
Well, probably, yeah. Because the average resting range is between 61 and 76. So I am definitely more unfit than you, but I don't think that's a distinction I'm particularly proud of having.
Yeah, considering that, like, I smoked basically from when I was 18 until about, not even 12 months ago. And on top of that,
yeah,
like, fucking, I drink regularly and barely exercise. That is not a mark of quality, my friend.
No. Well, the thing is, I am fat as. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like, I've only been fat twice. When I was really young, and it was basically just like, fucking chubby little kid fat.
Right.
And then there was a period in 2007 when I was dating this girl who was a bit of a feeder, and she used to always make really rich food all the time.
I am always surprised that whole feeder thing is a thing.
There are reasons for that, but out of respect for her, I'm not going to air her dirty laundry in
fair
public.
Dues. Fair. That's fair. I do. I mean, I've just been really like the reason the big reason. I mean, my sedentary lifestyle notwithstanding, the big reason I attribute it to being the weight I am, because I'm like 250 pounds, and I'm.
Wait, if you have a sedentary lifestyle, does that mean you'd be rock hard?
Yeah, that's it. And I'd have layers.
Like an onion.
Like an onion.
Or an ogre.
Or a parfait.
I've never had a parfait.
Parfaits are good, man.
No,
it's yogurt.
Sometime.
Doesn't you guys as McDonald's sell parfait?
No, they probably do, but I just get a double quarter and a coffee.
I get the parfait because sometimes at night, my friend Amanda, the primary time we hang out is after her shift at work is ended. So she comes over like at midnight. So we cruise over to McDonald's. She hasn't had dinner. She gets dinner, and I get like a parfait. And it's
coming
like
for a bit of a late night visit, then, eh?
Nope. She's got a boyfriend, and it ain't me, and I'm okay with that. She gets like her own dinner, and I get like a parfait, and it's got like jam on the bottom, and it's got the yogurt, and I get the granola, so I put the granola on top of that, and it's really good. So parfait.
Fair enough. Also,
I think it's probably the healthiest thing on their menu, apart from the apple slices.
A lot of Americans I've encountered are just like, oh, how can you eat McDonald's and like actually enjoy it? McDonald's is so terrible.
Yeah, it's bad for you, but it's fucking delicious.
Well, that's the thing. I kind of agree with them about American McDonald's. It tastes like fucking cardboard and sand to me.
What are you like? What are you specifically talking about? Because there are some legitimately terrible things on their menu, but there are
American McDonald's, except for the fries, just taste like ass to me.
Really?
It's bland and tasteless to me. It is not good.
Bland, I'll go with, but there are a lot of menu items that are just delicious. Like the 2 cheeseburger thing you can get, just 2 cheeseburgers for I think like $3 or so. They're good. They're really good. I could handily eat like a few of those. Few individual ones. Their breakfast food stuff though is really good, especially the McGriddle, which is basically like a thick pancake with bits of maple syrup embedded into it with sausage, and then another pancake. Yet. It's so good, and the McRib is good too.
We don't get the McRib. Oh, we have had the McRib a couple of times in the past, but practically never. I can only think of like 2 occasions we've had the McRib.
What's like a unique Australian McDonald's menu item?
The McOz.
The McWhat?
McOz.
McOz.
Yeah, McOz, like the place that Dorothy went and fucked up a bunch of witches.
McOz. See what that comes up with on the Google search. What is that? McDonald's has a Wikia? That's weird. Okay, what do we got here?
Everything else does.
I know. I really shouldn't be surprised when some random ass thing has a Wikia. But here we go. Let's see. The McOz is a hamburger sold at McDonald's restaurants in Australia. It consisted of a 4-ounce beef patty, griddle egg, beetroot, tomato, lettuce, cheese, onions, mustard, and ketchup on a toasted bun. That sounds delicious. It also sells in New Zealand under the name Kiwi Burger, which includes an egg. Was discontinued.
That's illegal.
Yeah. McOz was discontinued and replaced by the McFeast Deluxe, which has since been discontinued and replaced by a new range of Angus beef burgers.
Yep, the Angus burgers are pretty okay. I don't mind them. They're just like too expensive for what I want from my McDonald's, which is cheap and tasty.
Yeah, and the the Angus burger with the mushroom Swiss Angus burger tastes like exactly how mushroom tastes when you don't cook it properly. It tastes kind of chemically. Has that? Yeah.
Like McDonald's here has just started doing some fancier burgers, and I've had one, but I'm not into it because my local McDonald's at Salisbury McDonald's, if you want to look it up on Google Maps, is my nearest McDonald's. So I could go there and get a fancy burger, or if you come around slightly on Orange Grove Road, you will see a burger joint there called Urban Burger. If I wanted to get a fancy burger, I'd go to Urban Burger and pick up a Zorba the Greek.
Actually, Domino's Pizza sent out these mailers recently.
It is Burger Urge. Urban Burger is in Melbourne.
Burger Urge.
And also they're shut down now. Let's weep a tear for fucking Urban Burger.
So Domino's sent out these mailers recently, trying to get people like promoting that, hey, we're not Domino's Pizza anymore because we serve so much more than pizza. Come check out come check out the new Domino's. And what it is that you don't have to pay anything. You can get a pizza any size with any toppings.
I'm gonna get a 28 pizza.
Me and my dad got the biggest pizza. We got an extra large with just about every possible topping except like anchovies and olives. Literally everything. Nice. It was so besotted with toppings. It had no like structural rigidity. It was amazing. It was great.
Yeah, the Burger Urge burgers are definitely ones you need a knife and fork to eat because you need to cut them down. They are fucking big.
Ooh. Like how big are we? Like how big?
Like fucking big. Like you would very much struggle to pick one up and actually wrap your fucking eating gear around it.
I don't know. I've eaten some pretty thick burgers.
Oh no, these are just fucking massive.
Monsters. I need I need to find a picture of one just for like scale. Oh, here we go. Here, pictures on the bottom right there. Let's see. What do we got here? Their Instagram. Here we are. That's a good one. That's a good thing to look at.
Yeah, those burgers are like 5 inches tall, dude.
Need something next to it for scale. That's here we go. A pint. That's good. Oh, that's not so big. Come on.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're American.
Yeah, thank you. This is true. And yes, that is not so big. Come on.
Yeah, dude. But look at some of the shit on the menu.
I'm looking at some of these pictures and they're positively mouth-watering.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
How's this?
This
like
burger.
One I mentioned before.
This burger looks like really big. It's got.
You need to narrow down. Oh, there it is. You already said it to me.
Yeah, it's a bun with some looks like spinach, a beef patty, what looks like some chicken, cheese, another beef patty, like thick, like Texas style fries just in there, and then more cheese, and then what looks like mayo ketchup, and another big bun. That is big. If I had to give an estimate, I'd say it's like maybe 6 inches tall. 6 inches tall, 4 inches across. It's pretty big. It's called the El Diablo.
Yeah.
Find out about that burger. I want to find.
I've been looking for it on the menu and I can't see it. It might be a special. Oh no, there it is down there. One of the specials.
Let's see. The food. I love all the graphics they have going on there. Those are pretty cool.
Let's see. Comes with tempura onion rings, and on the baker is bacon, jalapenos, spicy sauce, sour cream, what looks to be a beef patty, maybe?
This is not the same burger that's in that picture. Unless the ham is... Oh, no, that's ham. That's ham in there. It was folded over in the picture. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
But, like, that burger I mentioned before, Zorba the Greek, onion, like homemade onion, or I should say store-made onion jam, grilled halloumi, basil pesto, homemade mayo, fucking lettuce and tomato with a big, thick lamb patty.
Lamb patty?
Oh, yeah. Spicy lamb barbecue is one of my favorites. Hickory smoked sauce, American-style cheese, jalapenos, lettuce, tomato, and egg. With, again, the lamb fucking patty.
I think once Steven Universe stops, I think the next YouTube show I do is just reviewing burgers. Because I think that's my dream in life. Even if I become as big as Guy Fieri, I think I'll be happy.
Oh, there's one here that I know I'm definitely going to give to any... Well, I say give. This is a $17 burger. Actually, correction, it might be a $12 burger, but
the New Yorker
is quite expensive for a burger. New Yorker, American-style cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, smoky barbecue sauce, aioli, lettuce, and tomato. Fucking yeah.
Wait, that's what aioli is? Just garlic mayo?
Yeah, dude.
I did not know that.
What? How could you not know that?
I just thought it was its own thing. I never bothered asking what it was.
Actually, what's the Greek population like in America? Is there much there?
Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Because, like, down here, like, Greek people are as common as assholes and opinions.
They're not that common, but they're common.
Yeah.
Crikey. How long have we been going?
Oh, no,
okay.
You're the one with stuff.
Well, because I started the recording long before we actually started the show. You know what?
How long's the YouTube stream?
I am
looking at the YouTube stream.
I am not looking at the YouTube stream. I'm on the dashboard. How long have we been at this?
Oh no. Let's open the Q&A module. There's no questions.
Of course there's no questions.
Because we are completely unquestionable. Oh no, we're pretty fucking questionable.
Well, no, but our opinions are 100% truth, is what it is.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, my opinion is objective fact, just like everyone else on Reddit.
Yes.
It's not. Which, there are some motherfuckers on Reddit lately who have some weird ideas about freedom of speech. Let me tell you what.
Go on. Tell us what.
People, like, originally they were going, oh yeah, by not letting us say whatever we like, Reddit is suppressing free speech. And people turned around and went, yeah, that's not what free speech means. Free speech basically means you're free from governments fucking punishing you for speaking. So they changed their tack to this weird, oh, I don't mean the legal definition of free speech. I mean the philosophy of free speech.
Fuck you.
What?
Fuck you.
Then,
hey, hold on a second. We do have something in the Q&A. Angelic Microphone just says, hello, I'm here. Hey. Hello, Angelic Microphone. Welcome to the show.
You must be the one. You should treat yourself to a tasty burger.
Yes,
Kahuna Burger has some tasty burgers.
Kahuna Burger, Umami Burger. Yeah.
Kahuna Burgers a Pulp Fiction thing. Sorry.
Oh,
It was a
you know
dumb
what?
joke 'cause
I
said
knew that
Tasty
sounded
Burgers.
familiar. I knew that sounded familiar. I just assumed it was a real thing. I completely forgot Pulp Fiction existed.
But basically, when these
Umami
people
burger.
say,
Get the umami burger and some truffle fries.
"Oh, that sounds good," but
So
when these
good.
people say philosophy of free speech, they don't seem to understand that philosophy is not an objective thing. It is fluid. It changes with perspective. And they can't deal with the fact that it's not an objective thing. And it's hilarious to try and watch them argue. And then basically every response is just, well, yeah, in your opinion. It's beautiful.
It just internet people. Sometimes oh well, and Angelic Microphone has rebutted our suggestion for burgers and says that I'm assuming it's a she is a vegetarian. To that I say there are serviceable veggie burgers, or you can get a burger with a portobello mushroom cap on it instead of beef.
People will tell you that I am to salads what antimatter is to matter. I'm not a big salad guy. But fucking, this already sounds like it's going somewhere insulting, but it's okay. But like seriously, I will sometimes eat a veggie burger from Burger Urge. They are pretty good. You can get some good veggie burgers. Like let's see.
You know what?
Yeah. Oh, that looks good.
Let's just start off with what's shit. Boca burgers are crap.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a particular Boca is a particular brand of veggie burger. They are crap. They taste 100% like chemicals and like stale soy. Do not eat them. If you want a good vegetarian burger experience, you really need to go the whole way with the giant portobello mushroom cap, subbing in place of a burger, because that is actually really good.
You know what I like? Char-grilled eggplant.
Ooh, yeah. The eggplant. That's good.
Yeah, you just take a nice thick slice, fucking whack it, like maybe put a bit of marinade on it if you're feeling fancy.
You know what? We're going to move away from crazy internet people because we're having a legitimate conversation with a viewer here about burgers. Angelic Microphone says that, yes, she is a girl and she has tried veggie burgers once and they are so yummy. Yes, some veggie burgers can be yummy, but just if you just... I have a philosophical, and this is where we're going to get into philosophy, tying it into the red. I have a philosophical problem with veggie burgers. Because, yes, while burger meat is a hold on. While burger, not with their existence, but with the naming of it. Because while burger is technically the name of the particular type of grinding of the meat, I think the popular definition of burger being the whole idea of it. If you say, let's go get burgers to someone, they're not thinking of, oh yes, ground up beef. They're thinking, oh yeah, bun, meat in that particular patty shape with lettuce, tomato, whatever, bun, as that entire entity. A veggie burger lies. It is not meat. Call it a veggie patty. That is fine. But a veggie burger? No. If you want a real veggie burger, you got to get that slice o veggie in there, the eggplant or the portobello mushroom or the zucchini or whatever you want to do. Call that a veggie burger. If you want to use like Boca burgers or whatever other thing is pretending or at least trying to pretend to be a burger patty, call that a burger substitute, because it's trying to be what a beef burger is, but fails.
No, I disagree. I think all food is pretty fucking wicked, and I've eaten some weird shit, and some of it was good, and some of it was real bad. But food is just food, man. If you're just eating for sustenance
to food.
Oh man, veggie burgers are 100% okay by me. Though you should maybe take that with a grain of salt, considering I am a man who has eaten a fried spider.
How is that?
Fucking awful.
Really? Have you ever
Yeah,
had anything made out of cricket?
I've had a ground up like sausage of cricket. That was a bit weird in texture, but it didn't taste too bad. But
I've
no,
been
man,
trying
fried
to.
spiders
I've
in
been wanting to
Cambodia.
try it.
I ate the whole thing. I gave it give it like maybe 5 seconds for me to like just wipe a little bit of spider juice off my chin and then realize what I'm eating. Then it was just fucking turbo chunder, dude. Like there was not even the retching that you normally get a little bit before throwing up. It was just like fucking just opened it up full throttle, fucking voiding everything like a small wet
Oh.
I've eaten balut, quite a lot of balut. It's delicious.
What? Even what?
Balut.
What is that?
It's pretty common in Southeast Asia. I ate a fair bit of it in Indonesia. It is basically a duck's egg with a partially developed duck in it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Angelic microphone. Mute the computer. Go away. You don't want to hear this.
I don't think anybody wants to hear this. I think half of our listeners checked out at Fried Spider.
Yeah, probably. Since half of them are gone, I really want to hit this place in LA that has sausages of all varieties. Oh, hold up, Angelic microphone. You eat fish to get your protein. You're not a vegetarian. You're a pescatarian. It's not. You cannot be a vegetarian and then say you eat meat.
Eat what you like, cuz. It's all good.
Eat what you like. Eat what you like, but words mean things. You're a pescatarian, and that's fine.
Ooh.
Being a vegetarian is fine too.
Salmon patties are pretty good. I'm not a big
Salmon
fish guy,
patties
but
are good.
Salmon patties are good.
Whenever I'm trying to be healthy and I'm eating out, if there's like an option for like tilapia and like brown rice and maybe some like zucchini on the side, I will 100% go for that because that shit is tasty. Especially if they have like some mango chili kind of sauce that's like really common on the tilapia. Mwah, delicious.
Fuck's a tilapia?
It's a type of fish. I can't give you like where it's from or anything. I don't know where they're from, but it's a type of fish, you know?
Yeah, it's a type of fish. Also,
fish.
Do you want to know the most common fish to get in Australia in fish and chip shops?
There's like air quotes around that. Go on.
It's called flake. Do you know what flake is?
I don't know what flake is. What is flake?
It's shark.
Oh, okay. Sharks are fish, aren't they?
I don't know, actually. Maybe.
I think sharks are technically fish.
Oh, I know. Instead of doing it from my address bar, I'm going to
Are
see
sharks fish?
Google comes through again. Are sharks, the autocompletes are fish, blind, endangered, and gay. Okay,
no, sharks are not fish. They are elasmobronchi.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Well, I looked at the summary here. It just says they're a group of fish.
I'm gonna click Wikipedia because Wikipedia can't be wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. It's apparently a group of fish. Huh. Weird. But they are part of the subclass Elasmobronchi.
Okay, yeah.
Welcome to Biology Hour with Victor and Churba. We're taking your calls today.
We should fucking get Pratt on here. The dude is quality.
Yeah, he's a veterinarian, isn't he?
Yes, or was. He's not practicing anymore, as far as I know. Right. But veterinarian cum programmer, if I recall correctly. How would one program such a thing?
Fish?
I think about
Well, it's a very natural process, you see.
I remember once I spent fucking.
Okay, I think we've hit.
I once spent 5 or 10 minutes figuring out exactly how much data is transmitted with each fucking ejaculation in terms of DNA.
Oh dear. Okay, well, tell us.
I don't remember. It's on my Twitter somewhere. You'll
Oh,
have to dig
fuck
back
you.
a fair
Come
way.
on, man. You build us up like that, and then you got nothing. You're leaving us blue-balled here.
Yeah, that's because Twitter loads really slow. I'm scrolling back as fast as I can.
Meanwhile, hey,
remember-
Cortana.
I do remember I made the joke about how it's not the best 5 minutes I've ever spent on semen production. I also just scrolled back past a post from Jason of ATW9K about how he once had a dream where I was selling him weed. All right.
Okay, odd dream, but whatever gets you going, Jason, I guess.
Man, I'm not going to begrudge the guy. Everything's legal in dreams.
This is true. I think we've hit peak crab people for this episode. Shall we call this to a close?
Give me a sec. Yes, we should, because
Okay.
I tweet too much and this is taking far too long to find.
All right, folks. Well, that's it for this episode of Acceptable Vices. You have survived us rambling on for a bit over an hour. I'm going to take a shot at this right now while we're recording and say we've been rambling for about an hour and 10 minutes. Congratulations, you've reached the end. Next week on Friday Night Party Line, we're going to be talking with a very qualified and very enthusiastic group of people about two things. Number one, the Republican National Convention's debate, the GOP, and how much of a debacle that was. And we're going to be talking about whether or not we're going to be talking about Inbox Zero, what it is, what it isn't, and whether or not it's a good thing. And we actually have people of dissenting opinions towards each other. People who think Inbox Zero is a good thing and people who think Inbox Zero is a bad thing. And I have yet to reveal my I know, crazy that it might be, but we're actually going to have a legitimate debate and not one where someone's just playing devil's advocate because we all pretty much agree with each other. So, I have not yet revealed my position on Inbox Zero, and I may or may not do so next week. Riveting, yes, quite a tease that was. Anyways,
I don't understand why people say that things are riveting. Have you ever done a substantial amount of riveting? It's fucking boring.
I have, and it is boring, but I don't think that's the same riveting. Riveting.
I know.
Because now I have to know. You do
have to know.
I do.
I can do this all day. I can keep him on the line.
He
I'm
really could.
Delaying for you, listeners.
Yeah, because you know what? We've worked together. We've been doing this show for going on. What are we at? Like, this is our 4th year doing this show together, I think.
Yeah, and yet we still haven't broken 100 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Two different kinds. One's an adjective. One's a verb. They mean two different things. Anyways,
I wonder what the etymology is on that.
so
we look it up later.
Yeah, you look it up later. Anyways, next week we will be discussing those things with people, lots of people, and yeah, crab
Also,
people,
here's my
crab people, crab
Bye.
people.
Fucking buy. Here's my plug. Buy Rocket League, or else I will come to you in the middle of the night with a rocket-powered car and crush you with a ludicrously large soccer ball.
He really can. He knows Colin Furs. He can make it happen.
I wouldn't go so far as to say we're that well acquainted, but I have
no. But if you walk up to Colin Furs and say, "Colin Furs, I want to make a rocket-powered car," do you think he's going to say no?
As soon as you got up to rocket-powered, he'd already be on board. The man's a maniac.
Exactly. He is a maniac. He is great. You know the really fun thing. You know what? We got to get this thing done with. Anyways, we'll see you guys or hear or we will see you guys, or you will hear us next week on Friday Night Party Line. Good night, folks.
Good night. Go to Walker's Donuts in Melbourne. It's good.
And where's that fucking window?